Pierce McKullen, private investigator, looks into a possible rigged election in the county of Frostbark and finds something more. This is for entertainment purposes only. This short story is only for people over the age of 18.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I expected the sheriff's department to be better protected. My name is Pierce McKullen, private investigator. Being a private investigator, I am given a level of freedom in my investigations. Being employed by the superheroes gives me a level of resources I didn't have before. The before time being when I was a real thorn in their side a few decades ago, but now, after a blood curse sent me back to my teens, I'm a splinter under their skin. I was at the hero headquarters when a man, the former sheriff of the county of Frostbark, claimed someone was controlling the county and made sure he wasn't re-elected sheriff. Who was doing this? A group called the Open Palm Syndicate. My girlfriend was possessed by a space goddess, being dragged around the galaxy, so I had time on my hands to investigate this rumor. It was a juicy rumor. Given my independence as a private investigator, I was able to sink my teeth into this rumor without permission. Step 1: Research the Open Palm Syndicate. This was mostly online, which led me to the dark web. People don't just join up to be part of the Open Palm Syndicate. There is no membership drive or anything. People of the syndicate decide who they want on their side and then use some alien tech to enslave that person's mind. Was it election fraud against the former sheriff, or was he just that much of an asshole? Who knew? On the dark web, some slimy trash claimed there was a certain phrase that puts any underling in the Open Palm Syndicate into an obedient state. He was willing to sell this phrase to anyone willing to fork over a lot of digital currency. I could have paid for that phrase, but instead I hacked the SOB, got the phrase, and crashed his domain. Step 2 was on-the-ground investigations. This led me to my first stop, the sheriff's office. I had a suspicion that this brunette supermodel like Babe, who was the undersheriff, was in fact part of the Open Palm Syndicate. It might have been her stop sign, red hair, her red contacts, or the Open Palm pin on her jacket. Talking to her, she claimed she'd never heard of the Open Palm Syndicate. I said the phrase and watched her go blank with an empty mind. A few questions and answers while she drooled were enough for me to know what I needed. I called up the superheroes and had them come to the town. Nothing like taking on normal humans with a small army of superpowered beings. The overwhelming force was great until the leaders showed up. Admittedly, this was the sheriff, and she was a real smoke show. I mean, the old sheriff could have been ousted just because people wanted to look at a sexy, busty, blonde woman who pulled off the sheriff's uniform spectacularly well. She used a bullhorn to shout out the command phrase and most of the town went still. The heroes didn't know what to do as I started running at the sheriff. Sexy or not, that woman was evil. She commanded the Open Palm Syndicate, which was most of the town, to fight to the death. Luckily, everyone was looking at the brightly colored heroes trying not to kill the normal people, and not a normal teenager running down the street at the sheriff and tackling her to the ground while tasering her to unconsciousness. I grabbed the bullhorn and shouted the entrancing phrase again, which made everyone stop to listen, which I was just after them stopping before someone died. We found the mind control machine. I found the mind control machine. It was in the radio station, which I noticed was oddly well maintained for a dying media. The machine sent out a priming pulse once a day and I shut it down just before it did so again. I mean, we're talking the traditional countdown that I killed the power with 1 second to go. Real movie quality tension there. Why was the Open Palm Syndicate at Frostbark to begin with? The syndicate was growing. The people in charge, those not mind-controlled, wanted a recreational place to go. Frostbark was a quiet, mountainous place to relax at. Digging into their computers, I found there were other cities all over the world where the population was being controlled. Those evil people must be stopped and the innocent people freed. Thank goodness I'm a private investigator and not a hero. Taking on a city's population of mind-controlled people is absolutely not my job.
The end. This was a work of fiction. Any similarity between people, living or dead, is purely coincidence. This scenario did not, or should not, have happened in real life. Thank you for listening.